The purple crown chakra, called the crown because it symbolizes your connection to the divine. In ancient times, the rulers of great nations were considered gods or descended from the gods, in part because perhaps they were, but more importantly because it was understood that the kings or the queens had to have a connection to the heavens. They had to receive their authority from a higher place. They had to have that guidance from the heavenly realms in order to effectively guide here on earth. And so this tells us about the crown chakra and its nature. It has to do with accepting guidance, surrendering our little idea of how we think things are going to go, and opening ourselves up to something much higher that wants to work through us. It's like one of the hardest things to do because we all want to control things in our life. But having a healthy crown chakra is about releasing that control, surrendering, and saying, all right, universe, God, source, whatever name you want to give it, I'm here and I'm ready to receive the guidance and the instruction for my path. Show me the way. And it's not going to happen in some blinding light that flashes from the heavens and some angels that appear and start giving you instructions. It doesn't work like that. The way it works is you put that intention out into the world. You send up your prayers, and then you watch the mundane, simple things that happen around you. Watch who calls you. Watch who shows up. Watch how you run into randomly. This is the universe speaking to you in its subtle language, beckoning you further on the path inward to yourself and towards your fulfillment and success. But you have to understand that the universe speaks to us in symbols. It speaks to us in subtle events. I like to say that God or the goddess is a very clever fellow, and he or she gives us little breadcrumbs and wants us to figure it out ourselves and just go on the path. It's not all going to get laid out for you, but learning to trust and surrender is one of the greatest things that you can do. As I'm going to explain in a full chakra masterclass, every chakra has a corresponding chakra that balances it. So in this case, the crown chakra is balanced by the yellow solar plexus chakra. Why? Because the solar plexus is the seat of our willpower. That's where we control things. That's where we make shit happen. But the crown chakra is where we surrender and allow a higher intelligence to move through us in our life. These two, if they're in balance, mean you're ready for leadership. But if they're not, it means you've got to work on the other one. The same can be said for the heart chakra and the root chakra. The root is all about physical strength and power and me, I, right? But the heart is all about giving and connection and community. So if these things are in balance, you're going to be doing pretty good. But if one of them's missing, well, your life may become a bit of a train wreck for a little while. And the fun part is putting the puzzle pieces all back together, healing each level of your psyche, going through those painful experiences you've had, and forgiving the people you need to forgive, forgiving yourself, and beginning to do the practices, most importantly, that strengthen each one of these areas of your life. So, I've covered the crown chakra and a couple other pieces about this purple. Priests, monks often wear purple. It's a very spiritual color, and it's for this reason. Surrendering to the guidance of our higher beings. People often call them guardian angels. And I won't say that they're absolutely real, but I think that the idea is a fascinating one. And imagine that you have a team of guides who's with you at this very moment, helping to direct your earthly life and give you insights and inspirations. And if you open your crown, you allow that insight in, you'll discover that you're having a conversation with the universe and that your every step is in fact quite purposeful, whether you believe it or not, and that everything around you has been set up for a very interesting set of reasons. For your highest growth and a much bigger cosmic play that you and I are all a part of, and that it is my joy to explain, to explore, and to expand as we go through our lives.